Imagine Earth 4.5 billion years ago. It was a very different place than it is today. Instead of lush forests and sparkling oceans, our planet was a fiery ball of molten rock. Volcanoes erupted across the surface, spewing lava and toxic gases into the atmosphere. The air was thick with methane, ammonia, and carbon dioxide, a hostile environment for life as we know it. This was early Earth, a young planet still finding its footing in the solar system. It was constantly bombarded by asteroids and comets, remnants from the formation of our solar system. These impacts were so powerful that they vaporized any water on the surface, turning it into a superheated steam atmosphere. But even in this chaotic environment, the seeds of life were being sown. Hidden within this inferno were the basic elements: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, the building blocks of all life. Over millions of years, the Earth began to cool. The molten rock solidified into a crust, and the superheated steam condensed to form the first oceans. The early Earth, while a harsh and unforgiving environment, held the potential for life. The oceans, formed from the condensation of superheated steam, were teeming with simple inorganic molecules. These molecules, containing elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, were the building blocks for the more complex organic molecules necessary for life. The energy from lightning strikes and the sun's ultraviolet radiation acted as catalysts. They provided the necessary energy for these simple inorganic molecules to bond together in new and complex ways. This process, happening over millions of years, resulted in the formation of the first organic molecules, the precursors to life. These early organic molecules, though simple compared to the complex biomolecules found in life today, were a giant leap forward. They represented the transition from inorganic, non-living matter to organic molecules that form the basis of all life. This crucial step paved the way for the emergence of the first self-replicating molecules and the eventual development of life. In the 1950s, scientists Stanley Miller and Harold Urey designed a groundbreaking experiment to simulate the conditions of early Earth. They filled a sealed flask with water, methane, ammonia, and hydrogen gases thought to be present in the early atmosphere. They then passed electrical sparks through the mixture to mimic lightning strikes. The results were astonishing. After just a week, the water inside the flask turned a murky brown. Upon analysis, it was found to contain amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, essential components of all living cells. The Miller-Urey experiment provided the first experimental evidence that the building blocks of life could arise from inorganic matter under early Earth conditions. The experiment revolutionized our understanding of the origin of life. It demonstrated that the complex molecules essential for life could have formed spontaneously in the primordial soup of early Earth. This groundbreaking work laid the foundation for the field of prebiotic chemistry, dedicated to understanding the chemical origins of life. While the Miller-Urey experiment showed how building blocks could form, a key question remained. How did these building blocks assemble into self-replicating entities? The answer may lie in a molecule called RNA. RNA, similar to DNA, can store genetic information. But unlike DNA, RNA is simpler in structure and can also act as an enzyme, catalyzing chemical reactions. This led to the RNA world hypothesis, which proposes that RNA, not DNA, was the primary form of genetic material in early life. In this scenario, RNA molecules would have self-replicated and catalyzed reactions necessary for their own synthesis, eventually evolving and diversifying. Over time, DNA, a more stable molecule, could have taken over the role of storing genetic information, while proteins with their diverse structures and functions became the dominant catalysts. RNA, relegated to a supporting role, still plays a crucial function in modern cells, translating genetic information from DNA into proteins. Section 5. Protocells, the first cell membranes. The next crucial step in the journey from molecules to life was the formation of protocells, the precursors to modern cells. Imagine a simple structure, a tiny sphere formed by a membrane-like barrier, enclosing a collection of self-replicating molecules and their building blocks. This is a protocell. These primitive membranes could have formed spontaneously from fatty acids readily synthesized in early Earth conditions. These fatty acids, when in water, naturally assemble into spherical structures, trapping water and molecules inside. This provided a stable internal environment, separate from the external chaotic world, for RNA and other molecules to interact and evolve. These protocells, though simple, exhibited a key characteristic of life, a boundary separating their internal environment from the external world. This separation allowed for the concentration of molecules within the protocell, facilitating faster reactions and more efficient replication of the enclosed RNA. This marked a significant step towards the formation of true cells. Section 6. Prokaryotes, the pioneers of life. Within the protective confines of protocells, life began to take shape. Over millions of years, the self-replicating RNA molecules within protocells evolved and diversified. Eventually, these precellular entities gave rise to the first true cells, prokaryotes. These were simple, single-celled organisms, lacking a nucleus or other membrane-bound organelles. Prokaryotes were incredibly successful. They thrived in the primordial oceans, their simple structure and efficient metabolism allowing them to multiply rapidly. They were the dominant life form on Earth for billions of years, shaping the planet's atmosphere and oceans. Prokaryotes diversified into various forms, some obtaining energy from sunlight through photosynthesis, others from consuming organic molecules. This early life, though microscopic, laid the foundation for the evolution of all life that followed, from the smallest bacteria to the largest whales. Section 7. Photosynthesis, breathing life into the planet. One of the most significant events in the history of life on Earth was the evolution of photosynthesis. This process, first appearing in a group of prokaryotes called cyanobacteria, harnessed the energy from sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose, a sugar molecule used for energy. The byproduct of this reaction was oxygen, a gas that was toxic to most life forms at the time. As cyanobacteria flourished, they released vast amounts of oxygen into the atmosphere. This led to what is known as the Great Oxidation Event, a period of rapid increase in atmospheric oxygen levels around 2.4 billion years ago. This oxygenation of the atmosphere had a profound impact on life. It led to the extinction of many anaerobic life forms, paving the way for the evolution of organisms that could use oxygen for respiration, a far more efficient way of generating energy. This set the stage for the evolution of more complex life. Section 8. The Cambrian Explosion, an explosion of life. For billions of years, life on Earth consisted mainly of single-celled prokaryotes. Then something remarkable happened around 540 million years ago. Over a relatively short period, an explosion of diverse, multicellular life forms appeared in the fossil record. This event, known as the Cambrian explosion, is one of the most significant events in the history of life. During this period, a stunning array of body plans and new adaptations emerged. Creatures with shells, exoskeletons, eyes, and limbs appeared, dramatically increasing the diversity of life in the oceans. The Cambrian explosion marked a turning point in the history of life, setting the stage for the evolution of all the plants and animals we see today. While the exact causes of the Cambrian explosion are still debated, several factors likely contributed. Increased oxygen levels, genetic innovations, and changes in ocean chemistry may have all played a role in this remarkable burst of evolution. Section 9. Conclusion: From simple beginnings to astonishing diversity. The story of life on Earth is a testament to the power of simple beginnings and the relentless force of evolution. From a fiery, lifeless planet, life emerged from simple molecules, evolving and diversifying over billions of years. From the first self-replicating RNA molecules to the complex ecosystems we see today, life has transformed our planet. This incredible journey, driven by the forces of natural selection and adaptation, has resulted in the astonishing biodiversity that surrounds us. The story of life's origins is a reminder of our connection to this vast web of life and the importance of understanding and protecting the planet that gave rise to it all.